Hello everyone. Before I get started, I would like to thank everyone that's listening. I realize you all are busy, so it means a lot that you're using your time to listen to me. Now, I'm making this channel because I'm very concerned with the state of American politics, particularly after the election. Now, as a little background from me, I voted for Obama twice, and I sort of fell for that narrative that all the stonewalling that happened was due to this latent racism that rose up after he was elected, and that the GOP was not interested in governing or policy or anything like that. They just want to stop Obama no matter what. Now, that second part may be true, because American politics has gotten really toxic. But recent events have made me realize that it's probably not as true as I thought it was. Because what you're seeing with the left is just as bad, if not worse, than what was going on during Obama's term. And it's much more mainstream across the left. If you support Trump, you are a fascist. You are a misogynist. You're racist. You're deplorable. And you, of course, are a white male. And I'm using this YouTube channel to highlight some of the problems that I'm seeing in the left, which have been there for a while, but which I'm just now beginning to really notice, or at the very least, to take seriously. A very good example of this is check your privilege. Now, this is something I think most people have heard online, be it Facebook, Reddit, whatever. And if you're a college-age person, you've probably heard it in real life. And this one is really tragic, because they have a very good point. Let's leave race out of it. Let's just say you have two white people. One is poor, one is rich. Well, the rich one is obviously going to have access to better schools. He's going to have access to tutors. He's going to have more free time because he's not going to have to work to support his family. He's probably going to have more involvement with his family and his education. And that's all going to add up rather significantly by the time they get to the point where they would be going to college or starting a career or whatever. So I don't think there's any disagreement that privilege exists. But by saying, check your privilege, straight white male, you're taking something which should be a message of empathy, and you're turning it into an accusation. You're not just saying, hey, this person is less fortunate than you. You're saying, hey, this person's less fortunate than you, and it's your fault. It is just so unnecessarily negative. And it also feeds into this identity politics that has been permeating the left. Just now you had Sally Brown, who is running for the Democratic National Convention, who said that one of her major platforms was that she was going to shut other white people down. So you have a candidate for the Democratic National Convention saying that one of her chief goals is to get white people to shut up, and no one bats an eye. What? I literally can't even wrap my head around that. And a lot of people are just too scared to say anything. Because if you were to make a Twitter post or a Facebook post or whatever, opposing this civil rights thing, and someone were to send it to your employer, you could lose your job. Or less extreme, you could be ostracized. You could be, condemned by your friends because you're not progressive enough. And it's just gotten so out of control. And due to the insular nature of identity politics, if you're a woman, you get to comment on women's politics. If you're black, you get to comment on black politics. But if you're a white dude, your opinion doesn't matter. And if you want to give your opinion, all you're told is, check your privilege. And I feel like a lot of people on the left legitimately don't understand why the privilege thing offends people. The knee-jerk reaction seems to be that the person is just ignorant. They don't understand what privilege is. They need to be educated. They need to be informed. When in reality, most people are very aware of what privilege is. In fact, I think most people are more than willing to admit that they have a certain degree of privilege. But no one likes to be accused of things. No one likes to have their accomplishments demeaned either. And the sad thing is, if I posted any of this on my Facebook feed, I would get absolutely crucified. Which is why I'm making this YouTube channel. Because I feel like there just aren't enough people on this side of the field coming out and talking. They're out there. Trump won the election. They're just not talking.